All right, good morning, everybody. Hi, welcome to the YSEALI Bootcamp 2021. And we'd like to welcome you this great Saturday morning to our session, our third webinar that we'll be sharing with you on our alumni and alumna from the previous program, and also they are making headways in the civic engagement scene in Sabah. So we'll be hearing a lot more from them. I just want to welcome you all for the session, and also just give you all a quick reminder, because we've been doing a lot of messaging to everybody, letting you all know to join, sign up and share. So thank you very much. We just want to give you all this chance to actually be part of this program, to learn about what is happening in terms of civic engagement, not only in Malaysia, but we're getting partners from everywhere, that we have friends to join to share. Predominantly, we've got a few friends from the US Embassy to share. So we're getting people from the States or United States to actually come and join this program as well. And also our partners in Sabah and Sarawak. Thank you so much, Pakos and House. They are also here with us every other week and driving this bootcamp together. So what I want to do is I want to just bring back our simple memory lane-ish to talk a little bit about our website that we launched the first week during the webinar series. So maybe just to give you a refresher, this is the website, so please go check it out. I hope my team will put it in the chat for you all as well, so you can find out more information if you require when you want to apply. So yes, application is open. It is only for Sabah and Sarawak. So this is our edition where we're calling it Sparking Digital Action, right? So if you want to apply, just click apply. Apply is everywhere. You can find out more about the program as well here. My focus today actually is a little bit about what you're going to get. So we are looking for 40 participants to get 4 teams to be mentored. So don't imagine that even if you don't win, that, like, oh my gosh, I don't have a good idea and stuff like that. It's all good. We are still here. And even while you're in the program, we will still try to help you out. So never forget that it's not just about, only the winners. We also do look out for those who are hungry and want to make change. And we want to help you in that journey. So honestly, we even last year, I think we even additionally took on one more team as well. So we are more than happy if there's, drive and hunger, why not? All right. So this is a little bit about what you're going to get, but I want to focus a little bit on the themes that we have this year. So you can see over here, this is the challenge or the themes that we have. The first one, when you hover on the icon or the image, you're going to see it talks about human rights. So it's all about rights for people, people rights. You can see here it talks about land, legal, refugee, indigenous rights, and that is one topic that we're looking and focusing about. So civic engagement, a lot of times it talks about human rights. It's one of the big anchoring topic in that sense. The other one also that we also do a lot is environment. Under BGBG or America, we always talk about sustainability. And you can, if you don't know which kind of ideas to look at, check out the UN SDG, the Sustainable Development Goals. There you can find so many topics that you can even think about or you have not thought about. So there's 17 goals. Each one of it could be a topic by itself. So that is one hint for those of you who are like thinking, what I want to talk about, what is my, burning passion on when it comes to civic engagement that I would like to talk about. So that is environmental issues. And lastly is digital equity, which we are talking about, bridging the gap, digital gap. Of course, this program does highlight a lot on, video making, content, digital media literacy, but we also want to have one topic which is focused on this, because we feel like this is something that everybody can benefit from, and it should be a norm or, a right for everyone, right? So this is a big topic. So if you're looking at themes and topics and you're not sure what to talk about, this is already your guide. So hopefully this will be your something that you can help you to figure out what you're going to do. So right now we are in the journey of our webinar, which is our roadshow, where we're going around talking about what we are doing through our amazing speakers and talent and people from the past and present. All right. So this is the journey that we are in right now. After that, in October, we're going to start the boot camp. So this is where the classes will start. It's about 3 weeks long. And at the end, we have our mentorship where we have our partners, Pakos and House, to guide you all in your areas, especially when it comes to, networking with people in Sabah and Sarawak. All right, so the application form, easy. Trust me, if you don't know, there's a board here. You can click on this board and try and maybe ask a question if you want to. We are more than happy also to reply on that, or even reply your emails or messages, even in this chat, in the Zoom or in our Facebook, if you have questions about the program. All right, I'm not going to go through our trainers and stuff. I did that last time, but I want to just highlight, if you have questions, you can check out the criteria below here and also the frequently asked questions. All right. And that is just a little bit about the program. I hope, if you need a refresher, that was it for you. But actually today we have a special session. So at the end, we don't want you all to leave. We're going to, at the end of the program, want you to stay back. We will stop the Zoom not recording, but the Facebook Live. But we want to just chit chat with you all. So stay tuned for that. It's an Ask Me Anything session about the program. So I will be there. We have some engaging questions where we're going to talk to you about what you all think. What are your challenges? So, just to try and see how we can help you further. Right. So that is about the program for today. I am now going to not take up much more time and pass it over to our moderator for today. Today we have Kathleeya, who is the founder of Kau Oketa. She's also a YSEALI Bootcamp alumna herself. She's committed to destigmatizing the taboo around mental health and those who seek it. Through her advocacy effort, she hopes to create safe spaces for teens to explore their own mental health, physical well-being. Very important topic, especially in these times, and also for kids. Like a lot of times we only look at adults, but this whole spectrum of things is under Kat's privy with her team on Kau Oketa. So without further ado, let me spotlight or get the team to get our session on the way. Take it away, Kat.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jay. Before that, can everyone hear me clearly? Like, thumbs up if you can. Okay, that's great. Okay, so basically, before I begin, I just want to thank Jay, the America team, and also the US Embassy, the YSEALI team for this opportunity. And also, even though Jay have already said it, I just want to say good morning semua, like hello dari Facebook semua, dari Zoom, like just hello. I just want to acknowledge that. I also just want to say as moderator, session ini akan macam session yang lebih chill. So kalau ada apa-apa soalan boleh je tanya dalam chat Facebook, dalam chat Zoom. Kalau nak tanya dalam bahasa Melayu pun boleh, nak tanya dalam bahasa English pun boleh. We can answer both languages lah. So don't worry, you can chill. And so without further ado, I would like to introduce our guests for today. And today we have two amazing social initiatives that are joining us. One which is Belia di Bawah Bayu, and also Safe Campus. So I think I'll begin with introducing Christyne. So Christyne, I know that you're from Safe Campus. Do you want to just introduce yourself and what you guys do?
Thank you, Kat, for moderating our session today. Hello, everyone. I am Christyne, representing Safe Campus. I am so honored to be representing our team today. So I'll share a bit about our campaign. Before that, can I share my screen? Okay, can you all view my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So Safe Campus is a campaign to raise awareness on sexual harassment in higher learning institutions in Sabah. So a group of young women actually initiated this campaign. So all of us are from Sabah. So the goal of our campaign is to empower students to understand what sexual harassment is and how to prevent it from happening on campus. So basically, there were 4 activities that we carried out from October 2020 to February 2021. There were online sexual harassment survey. We collected stories of sexual harassment survivors. We carried out sexual harassment workshop and also online campaign. So the main driver of our campaign is actually our partner, Savo, Sabah Women's Action Resource Group. So Savo is actually a member of Joint Action Group for Gender Equality in Malaysia. We chose this partner because they have been spearheading campaigns relating to gender equality in Sabah since 30 years ago. So they are our resource person for our campaign. They guided and built us to improve our leadership skills, project management skills, and also strategic communication skills. So I am happy to say that we achieved all our objectives, but there were some achievements that I would like to share with you all here, where we actually targeted only 100 students to fill in our survey because of the pandemic situation, and the students were also not studying on campus. But we reached out to more than 500 students to fill in this survey, and to date, it is actually still ongoing, and it has reached out to more than 100 students in Sabah. So we built a collaborative network with 14 student bodies with the campuses in Sabah, and we also sparked more interest among the students to learn more about sexual harassment, where in February we actually collaborated with the student council of campuses to organize sexual harassment workshop. So that was one achievement that I'm really happy to share with you all. So currently these activities were actually carried out in the first phase of our campaign. And in March, we continued with the second phase of the campaign, where we expanded our target audience to more higher learning institutions in Sabah. We covered more the polytechnics, the matriculation college, and not only the universities. And then we did this until May 2021. And currently we are on the third phase, where we are now targeting the students in high schools in Sabah. So these are about our campaign. I think I can share more about this later on. Thank you, Kat.
Okay, thank you so much, Christyne. Okay, that's like super interesting. I think one thing that I really admired with what you're doing with Safe Campus is that it is not an easy thing. Like it's a very brave thing to do, especially when it comes to security and safety. You know, like there's a lot of places, especially in campus, that these things goes unanswered and unadvocated for. So thank you so much for doing that. We have a question in the chat asking, how did you manage to contact or choose Savo as a partner? So do you just want to take like 1 minute to answer that?
We chose Savo because most of our team members are actually volunteers in Savo, and Savo is actually the only organization that has been spearheading gender equality in Sabah. So we have expertise in there. So that is why we chose them. It is easier because the campaign is very short and we never join anything. So yeah.
Okay, so if the participants from Sabah Sarawak nak jadi volunteer untuk Savo, is it so they can just go to the site and
Boleh.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Boleh.
Okay, thank you so much, Christyne. Okay, so moving on to our second organization from Sabah and Sarawak today is Belia di Bawah Bayu, represented by Adi and Del. So any one of you can introduce yourself.
Hello.
Hello.
I will. Yeah. Hi, Kat. Okay, I will introduce myself. My name is Auzella. You may call me Zel, and I'm from Belia di Bawah Bayu. And next is my my member, Adi. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, everyone. Good morning. I'm Adi, also a member of Belia di Bawah Bayu. Happy to be here today. So, Zel, you have something to show for us, right? I'll just pick it up on screen.
Yeah. Okay, so Adi will share screen and I will explain it. Okay, right. So a bit about our campaign. Yeah, so we are a group of young Sabahans passionate to bring change and improvement to the land below the wind. So we are a non-partisan movement. So that means of course, our campaign last year, we focused on statelessness, but our organization actually focuses on any Sabah specific issues. Yeah, if it concerns Sabah, then we will maybe amplify it on our platform. Next. Okay. Yeah. All right, so a few of the things that we have learned is that for me personally, from last year, this year I mobilized a program on my own program at school because I work at a school. So I think I needed to, if I wanted to make change, that means I need to start doing something. So one of the topic was, the issue was on period poverty. Yeah, so in my school, it's quite a conservative location, quite conservative community, but so I decided to let the students there, let them know, educate them about period poverty. So I organized a talk just at the school hall. Yeah, and also after joining this, I learned to be more vocal but polite. Do it in a civil manner, of course. Okay, next. Okay, so our organization last year during the campaign, we raised awareness on statelessness and also tell them how important is education for everyone, with or without citizenship, because education is for everyone. It's a basic human right. Yeah. And also towards the end of the campaign, we had conducted a Dun Belia Sabah, but it's conducted online, and we gathered about 30 youth, aged from 15. The youngest was 16 until 30 years old, 30-year-old youth. Yeah, next. Okay, so this is one of the newspaper articles that came out after the event, and yeah, and the youngest one is the boy there, wearing the black shirt, red tie. That's the youngest participant. He's only 16 years old. Okay, next. Yes, and then at the end of the event, the participants, mereka telah menumbuhkan jawatan kuasa tindakan khas. So they came up with that untuk warga tanpa kerakyatan di Sabah. So this event actually, it amplifies more on the importance of education, even for stateless children, and also more awareness on the issues on the ground regarding statelessness, because in Sabah, people tend to think that it's a sensitive issue, a complicated issue, but actually it's not. You just have to unpack it with tact and facts. Okay, next. All right, so one of the challenges, yeah, of course, stigmatization of stateless children. For me personally, in my experience, when I was campaigning for this issue, on the ground, there were people asking me, okay, why do you why are you advocating for this? Why are you vocal about this issue? Don't you know that they are this? So the stigmatization is there. So what I do is there's this problem tree framework, problem tree analysis. I use that to explain to people. Okay, next. Okay, so the valuable lessons is we need to speak up, and also we need to bring the issue in physical spaces. Don't only, of course, the campaign was online, but you have to bring it to physical spaces as well. Yeah, because online is not enough. And so when we are advocating for something, an issue, we have to check the facts first or refer to experts before we can truly persuade people in order to jump on the bandwagon and tell them to look at this issue like more seriously. Okay, next. Okay, so next I will pass the floor to my member Adi to present this one.
All right, so Zell covered our campaign very well about what we were doing throughout the YSEALI bootcamp. So I think it's very important for people to try, at least give it a try, the YSEALI bootcamp, because you learn so many things on how to get your campaign off the ground, to test the ideas of your campaign. If you really want to do it, it's gave us a lot of frameworks to work with on how we can identify certain problems and how we handle certain issues. Like one of that was, if I could get my slide to work, yeah, it's the problem tree. This was something that was, taught to us during the bootcamp, and it helped us isolate certain problems of what we wanted to tackle, what issues we wanted to tackle, and if we wanted to tackle those issues, how did we see it? How can we view it to see that if we are tackling the root cause of it, we have to look at not just the symptoms of the issue, but we have to look at where does it come from? Where does it stem from? For us, our case, statelessness, it comes from a very socioeconomic root, a very socioeconomic cause that causes them to end up like this, where they're not able to receive education. So we have to look at it from that perspective, and also the other perspectives as well. So socioeconomic problems, policies as well is one of them. So it opened up ideas on how we want to approach a certain issue. And I think if any of you that are interested in the YC Bootcamp, go ahead, because you learn something, definitely. And another framework that we had to learn how to acclimate is a hierarchy of disagreement, because Zell did mention a challenge of stigmatization, and people's definitely not going to agree with the campaign that you're doing. But that's okay, because you have to look at how they disagree with you. If it's just a disagreement such as name calling ad hominem, we have to acknowledge that this is like something not worth your time and energy to argue or waste time with. But take in constructive criticism for the campaigns that you're making. You have to know that you're not infallible as well, and you're open to criticism as well. And that is the strength of those arguments, is how you can fine tune those issues that you're championing. That definitely worked for us. And we had to learn how to cooperate with other people. So we worked with Borneo Comrade, Undi Sabah, Yunam Youth for the Bedun Belia, UM Constitutional Team, and even we make our best to approach policymakers from both government and opposition. So we want to try unify the ideas from both sides, because we think there's good ideas everywhere, and even from other NGOs. So just open the network, go out there, talk with people, and then you see what they can offer you to help you out, to support your campaign. So how can we usually use Google to find out support as well. But like I said, the most important thing is network as much as you can, get to know people as much as you can. And I'm just going to try to shorten this as much as possible. Like if you're not going to do anything about it, no one's going to be able to do it. It has to start with you. The change has to start with you. If not, you're condemning yourself to not even contributing, and that's a waste of the talent. If you have the passion, if you have the fire, you go for it. It doesn't matter. Even if it's a niche idea, even if it's a small idea, you go for it, you master your craft from there, and you just take off from there. It's what we thought of, just like, okay, this is going to be our thing here, our campaign for statelessness. And then we decided, like, okay, we can take it further from there. And that is how we have, like, social on our social media, all of our activities, which, just a bit of a shameless plug, Belia di Bawah Bayu and Undi Sabah next week are cooperating for a roundtable session for all youth organizations are open to join, to talk about issues such as MA63 and the current COVID pandemic. So, if you are interested, follow us on social media. So that's just a bit of shameless plug there, just to show that, we can, how far we've come just because of the YSEALI Bootcamp. And I guess that really is it from me.
Okay, thank you so much, Adi and Zal. That was a really comprehensive session that you just shared right there, and it's very interesting that all of this, like you mentioned, just came from, I mean, all of us, including myself, just came from YSEALI Bootcamp. So when we joined, it was like tiny or either non-existent. Then after the YSEALI Bootcamp, we learned so many things like what Adi mentioned, and then we managed to merge it together and then form what we do now. There's a question in the chat from as Zahra Alex. What's next for Belia di Bawah Bayu besides the one happening next week? I think I think they're meaning about long-term goals, if I'm not wrong, or more activities. Yeah. Do you want to plug it in?
We can't say too much, but we do have ideas in the pipeline. We keep that for a surprise, but we do have other things planned, which hope to empower as many youths as we can, because we saw how much the YSEALI Bootcamp has inspired us. So we want to try carry on that kind of spirit over to other youths out there who never got the chance. So we want to as well give them the chance that we were privileged to have.
Yeah, thank you so much, Adi. And what's really cool is that, like even though sometimes we feel like what we're doing is very small, but like what we're all doing, awareness, right? Like recently there was a case on how statelessness now, if your mother is born, like if the Malaysian mother gives birth overseas, you can like finally claim your citizenship, and that was just because of awareness, and NGO like started bringing that matter up and bringing it to court, and it actually worked. So yeah, start from awareness, start from all these small initiatives. They actually create a big impact. Yeah, so thank you. I think we will move on to the questions. So I know we've been talking a lot about what happened and stuff like that, right? But let's like look back a bit. So we're all okay lah. For me, when I saw YSEALI Bootcamp, I was still a student, so I was still studying at university and everything. And what I just want to know whether it's the same reaction that I had when. How did you guys know about the bootcamp, and like what did you think of it when you first saw it? Like, yeah. So that's like my question. Maybe Christine, do you want to take that first?
Actually, it was actually shared by the president of Savo to the young volunteers in Savo. So I thought I just by the name of it, I thought like it's like going in a forest and then have an intensive training because it's camp, right? Yeah. So that's what I thought, and then I checked it out and think about it and discuss with the group what do they think about it. Do they want to join and learn more from the people in America and US Embassy? Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much, Christine. Is it the same with you, Zal? Like, did someone recommend? Did an NGO recommend to you, or like how do you get to know about this bootcamp?
Okay, how I got to know about this bootcamp, it was both me and Adi, we were both participants of Parliament Digital, which was organized by Undi 18. So we had a Telegram group. So I guess one of the organizers, they just put in the advertisement there, and we thought that, okay, let's try, because we want to, as Sabahan Youth, we want more platform for Sabahans, because previously we noticed that there's it's lacking lah for Sabahan Youth, because usually events it's concentrated in West Malaysia, so we wanted to do for the Sabahan Youth. So that's why Belia di Bawah Bayu came about.
Okay, that's very nice. So okay, I had a similar kind of experience, but also macam sometimes when we see an event or an activity or a camp, and it's quite long term, right? Like it's like a few weeks, few months. Was there any considerations that you had? So for example, like okay, like for example kan I'm a student, right? So I macam like, oh, nanti tak ada masa untuk assignment, nanti tak ada masa untuk this, tak ada masa untuk that, or like what if I'm not good enough? What if I tak ada teammate yang passionate dengan idea yang saya nak buat and all this kind of stuff? So I was wondering, do you guys have the same or different considerations upon joining, and how did you like, you know, overcome that and decide, you know what, we're just gonna do it? Yeah, maybe Ariff, do you want sorry, Adi, do you want to take this?
Yeah, definitely. Time was a huge commitment when we were going to the boot camp, but and of course there were a few sessions that I wasn't able to enter. But however, the thing is, I had a very great team as well who made sure to keep everything on track. You know, Zell was great, Hugh was great, Bowles was great. Like if one person isn't able to make that commitment, the other will help take part in that. You know, just to cover the bases there. And I guess when it comes to time, is that you know I was also busy at the time. You know. Trying to find employment was a huge thing. But I think when you're really passionate about something is that you will find a way to make time. We always have a bit of time in the day that maybe we might use just for our own leisure. But you know, when you're passionate about something, you'll convert that to time to commit to certain things as well. And we definitely went through that as well during the whole boot camp. Is that we learned how to make use of the time that we spent, you know, doing something else, but we could use to commit to the whole boot camp. And you know, you'll always be able to make time with it, even if no matter how constrained you might be. That's how I feel about it.
Okay, thank you so much, Adi. Zal, do you have the same opinion? Do you have any other like considerations, or is it also time or anything else?
Okay, my issue is always internet connection.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So I did attend a few of the workshops, you know, but yeah, usually it's not stable. It won't be. It's not stable. But I think like what Adi said, with regards to the work that needs to be done, yeah, we all chip in and we help one another lah. And time management, yeah, because I'm working, yeah, time management is important because I have a day job. So those are the two things now: time management and internet connection. But I try to find a way to go to a place where there's internet connection, like for the finale, I had to go out and be at a place where there's stable internet connection. Yeah, I have to find my own initiative lah.
Yeah, I think if any of the participants have internet connection issues, like boleh je bagi tahu the mereka team and they will understand. Just like be honest with them. Yeah, because it just happens, right? Sometimes you can't control, and then you suddenly it will just happen sometimes. So yeah, I think it's really fine. So thank you so much, Zell. Christine, do you have the same experience upon joining?
Yeah, I think my main concern was commitment, whether or not I am able to commit to the assignment, to listen, to watch the lessons. But fortunately, actually, when you have the strong desire to make a change, you will make time. And actually, during the whole period of the YSEALI bootcamp, it also, in a way, it teaches me to manage my time effectively. And sometimes the internet, like Zal, the internet connection is also an issue for me. But thankfully, the organizer, mereka team and BGBG, they provided it is pre-recorded, so we are able to watch it again when it is when the line was not good, so we can watch it again. So that was very helpful to learn and understand more.
Yeah, I remember those pre-recorded sessions also, and also like you can watch it during your own pace, kan? Like if you're busy during the day, then you can watch it at night and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I just want to add a little bit on how I felt when I saw. I think my only reason of hesitating a bit wasn't time commitment, it wasn't internet, it was confidence, because I've never joined Parliament Digital. I've never worked with any NGO. And then so saya rasa macam who am I? Like who why would I join this when like I feel like I didn't deserve it. I don't um I scared that I have to speak up, and then all these smart people will start talking about social causes and stuff like that. And yeah, and I was really scared, but I think after like what Adi said and what Zal said, if you're really passionate about something, you'll just try. So if your participants are new into advocacy work, into social causes work, this is like beginner friendly tau. So you don't have to worry. If you have any questions, you can just ask. It's a safe space. So